I'll always remember it. It was a Thursday afternoon in Lyon, and I was waiting for the next appointment. And that's when I first met her. Léa. But who is Léa? At first, years ago, Léa was just like you and I. She had a family, a degree in personal care, and somewhat a normal life. Unfortunately, one day, she violently argued with her family and ended up alone, in the streets, like 140,000 people in France and 50,000 people in Lyon. Through chance encounters, she adopted her cat, Bunty, and then her dog, Nala, hence becoming part of the 5,000 homeless living with one or several pets. But of course, Nala and Bunty needed veterinary care, which she could not afford. One day, she randomly heard about our association, the Dispensaire Vétérinaire Étudiant, that could give her animals the care they deserve, and that for free. Even though she hesitated, she decided to push the door of her structure and took an appointment with that mysterious association. After having her pets healed and met social workers who were considerate with her animals, Léa gained confidence, and she doesn't hesitate anymore to seek help instructors. She comes there frequently whenever she needs counseling or care for herself or her dear animals. For the Lyon homeless people owning animals, the efforts made are quite insufficient. There are 30 hosting structures, and only 3 of them accept pets, making up a total of 20 hosting places. But for Léa, there is no structure. In fact, Léa is a woman with a dog and a cat, which reduces drastically her chance to find a place to 0. For Léa, her dog and her cat are a safety net, but adversely, they are an anchor that holds her back in the eyes of society.
For us, a pet is not a burden. Humans and dogs have evolved side by side for millennia, developing capacities of mutual empathy. That's why, in the streets, a dog is more than ever a man's true friend. It's a source of warmth, comfort, serenity, and social bond. That's why our aim is to find ways to use this strong emotional bond that exists between people who live in precarious conditions and their animals to help them find a place in a society. To achieve this goal, our actions are organized around 3 main axes. First of all, we provide free veterinary health support and medical assistance by going directly in the structures that have accepted the challenge. We train and empower the social workers who work in the structures. We teach them the complexity of the human-animal duo and how to manage it by using the animal as a social bond creator. And we work among the general public, raising awareness and making mentalities change. To do so, we are a team of 8 veterinary students running the association, a business school intern, and 92 veterinary students who volunteer in the association.
Our beneficiaries are split into 3 groups: the homeless, the social workers, and the society. Last year, we spent 27 afternoons intervening in shelters, hence taking care of 127 animals. Our veterinary support enables better prospect for a public that doesn't fit in the classical path of social rehabilitation. Thanks to the interventions of the DVE, some people living in the streets with the animal dare to visit a hosting structure for the first time. That is the first step of the process. What's more, owning a pet is a responsibility and requires several practical skills. Our interventions are often an opportunity to highlight these particular skills that the owner aren't sometimes aware of. After all, for Léa, isn't attending the appointment the skill she will need in her everyday life? Last year, Through conferences and debates, we have been contributing to train 208 social workers and 120 social housing employees, representing 44 structures. Thanks to our interventions and the training that we provide, the social workers have developed new skills in dog care, in their health and their behavior. Thus, the owners feel that their pet is welcome in a more pet-friendly structure, and it creates an environment where they see social workers as reliable people. Therefore, the pet becomes a mediator of the social work. It enables to initiate the dialogue and to talk about things that can be sometimes hard to deal with directly. For instance, I remember that one day Leah came to vaccinate Bunty. Leah was sick. Céline, one of the social workers, noticed it and talked to her. Thanks to that talk, Céline managed to find an hospital room for Leah to be cured.
On peut accueillir quand même aussi un type de public qui n'a pas l'habitude en fait d'être pris en compte.
C'est rare de voir des gens, là comme le dernier qui est passé, là il est hyper renfermé sur lui-même, il est hyper timide et il n'a pas arrêté de te remercier, de sourire, donc là c'est pas mal de voir ça.
All those actions would have been impossible without our 92 students who volunteers in the project. Altogether, we accumulate more than 100 hours of work every week to make sure that the association works and grows properly. Students volunteering in the GVE think it's an experience worth living for the skills they gain and the social approach that have changed their view of their future job. How, as a vet, will they be able to help people like Leah? Step by step, our actions have an impact on the vet profession.
C'est étrange qu'on est à la fois beaucoup trop coupé du monde de la rue et en même temps que il suffit de vraiment pas grand chose pour réouvrir le dialogue. Et là, en l'occurrence, c'était l'animal.
On the whole, our actions fulfill 6 goals of sustainable development defined by the United Nations. No poverty, good health and well-being, industry, innovation and infrastructure, reduced inequalities, sustainable cities and communities, and partnerships for the goal. So, what will we do then to make the future even better? Our long-term goal is giving a better care to homeless animal owners in France. To make it possible, we'll work around 2 axes in our future actions. First, we'll strengthen our model in Lyon by increasing the number of accommodation places for animal owners. Secondly, we really want to expand our actions to other cities. The project is borne by the veterinary professions, and we have more and more workers that want to be volunteers in the project, and we are discussing with the Veterinary School of Nantes on Iris to put our model there. To succeed in those axes, we want to create a label by giving a simple and smart development model to give them. To conclude, over and above all of those theoretical aspects, the DVE is a result of values shared and honored by each and every member of our team. DVE is before anything else about friendship. We support and stand for each other, for our beneficiaries, even during the toughest moments. Today, Leah has a work and a home. Not only do we provide our animals medical care, but also companionship, respect, and trust. And such trust goes both ways. We have faith in our beneficiaries. We bet that they will be able to make it out in a favorable environment for social interaction and trust. We believe with all our hearts that this mutual trust will enable us to complete our mission successfully, using the strong emotional bond that unifies humans and animals as a vector of rehabilitation.